Hello, my name is Nicholas Pettis, and I'm here with
Dr. Lisa McAllister, Associate Dean of Health Services.
Thank you. So I have a couple of questions. So what exactly is the coronavirus?
The coronavirus is a virus that originated in China, and it is a mutation of a virus that's usually found in animals. And this one transmitted to humans, and it's really respiratory borne. So that means that it's caught through respiratory droplets. So sneezing, coughing, touching surfaces with your hand after you've, been sneezing in your hand or rubbing your nose or things like that.
Okay. So what are the numbers like for our county?
Right now we are pretty high. We had been trending downwards, but we're in what they consider a second surge. And it's become more complicated due to the flu. But our numbers right now, as of yesterday, so November 16th, Riverside County had 22.6 positive cases per 100,000 residents. And, you can do the math from there. But I know that we have over 300 people in the hospital at this point, and that's kind of going the wrong way. We needed the numbers to continue going downwards, and we were down pretty well for a couple of weeks, and then we started trending back upwards.
Wow. Why should we try to avoid it?
Well, you should try to avoid it because in certain populations, and it's mostly in people who have other disease processes going on, or chronic conditions like diabetes, or their autoimmune disorders, the elderly, those kinds of populations are more susceptible to having it being very, very, make them very sick or even be fatal. So people have been going on ventilators at the hospitals. They can't really treat it with antibiotics because antibiotics is for bacterial infections, and this is a viral infection. So we can, try and do treatments, but there's no antibiotics that you can take for, like a regular respiratory infection or a bacterial pneumonia that you could take a pill and it could go away. If it gets into your lungs and it becomes severe enough, then it makes it difficult to breathe to the point where a machine is going to have to breathe for you. And it may make your lungs, so in the medical world, stiff, right? So your lungs can't expand and contract normally. And your lungs could get to a point where they just can't expand and contract any longer, and there's just not enough air moving through your system to circulate your blood, and therefore your body's organs start to shut down.
Okay. What should we do in order to prevent contracting the virus?
You should maintain physical distancing of 6 feet or more. Don't come into anybody who is known COVID positive for longer than 15 minutes, and that 15 minutes is over a 24-hour period. Wear face coverings. Don't touch your face at all, so don't touch your eyes, your nose, your mouth. I would say don't even touch your ears. Wash your hands frequently. And if you work in a workplace that sees people or treats people very frequently for coronavirus, then a lot of people have even been coming home and taking off their scrubs or their uniforms, their shoes, everything before they even enter the house and getting into a shower. So you can even go as far as that. But washing your hands frequently with soap and water for at least 20 minutes, wearing your face covering outside, and maintaining social distancing, or I should say physical distancing, are the things that they are really recommending at this time.
All right. Is there a cure?
As of right now, there's not a cure.
All right. Will life be the same after the virus like it was before?
That's a loaded question. Nobody knows. Nobody knows what the future holds. The hope is that we're going to have a vaccine very soon. The hope is that enough people will get the vaccine, be willing to take the vaccine, and develop what's called herd immunity. And that's when enough people take the vaccine that the immunity kind of spreads to everybody, right? It wipes out this huge population of people that could get sick to a very small number of people that could get sick, and you wouldn't have the big outbreaks and the big surges that you're seeing now. But just like anything, you can eradicate disease, but the thing with viruses is that they can mutate. And so this is a novel coronavirus. It's a novel virus, meaning nobody has ever seen it before, and therefore it's never been studied, and nobody knows what it's going to look like in the future.
Okay. Thank you so much for answering all my questions.
You're welcome.